Hi, I'm Nicola Cardino, and I am the program coordinator here at Transplanting Traditions Community Farm. We are a project that's based in Chapel Hill, and we are here at 5 beautiful acres. And on these 5 acres, there are 33 families that are farming. All of the families that are farming here are refugees from Burma. And so a lot of people ask how we got out here, why is there a community of refugees from Burma, and really there's a lot of different stories there, but how we got out here to have a farm is we started with community gardens in Carborough, and lots of refugee families were involved in those gardens, and come to find out that everybody was a subsistence farmer and they wanted more space, and it was really important for them to grow their own food, to know where their food comes from, and to make sure that there wasn't chemicals on their food. And so had the opportunity to get a federal grant to move out to this land, which is owned by Triangle Land Conservancy, and we started here on about 1 acre with 14 families in 2010. And then, this is our 5th season, our 5th year out here. Now we are on 5 acres with 33 families. I like to think about this project as a triangle of support. First and foremost, it's a way for people to grow food for themselves. And so people are growing on at the least 2 170-foot rows, and at the most up to a half an acre. And for a lot of people, they are here to grow food for themselves and their families, and then other farmers have other goals, not only to grow food for themselves but also to grow food for their community. And so some people have markets within their community, and they're growing 10 170-foot rows. So they might have a market for chili peppers, or they might have a market for medicinal pennywort. And so what I think is really beautiful about this is that people are seeking markets within their own community. They're earning money that's supporting them, and in turn they're providing healthy traditional produce to their own community. There are other farmers that are involved in the marketing education that we provide, and so we do a lot of workshops and business planning with farmers that are interested in growing their business and marketing to a diversity of customers. And so we set people up with farmers markets if they're interested. We also do a community supported agriculture program, a CSA program, where we serve 80 customers throughout the growing season. And so 7 farmers are involved in that program. So that means they're attending workshops every week about quality, bunch size, growing in succession, growing a variety of things. And one thing that's really different for people is growing in a 4-season climate, because farmers are incredible farmers, but they were growing in a tropical climate. So here in North Carolina, we have 4 seasons. So growing, when it's really cool out, and all the way to the end of the season, basically from the first frost to the last frost. And so growing food for themselves, growing food for their communities, and then earning supplemental income. So people marketing within their own communities, people marketing at the farmers market and through our CSA program. The money that the CSA customers pay goes directly to the farmers. So this year we're estimating that collectively farmers are going to earn over $50,000, and that is based on the numbers of what they earned last year selling within their own community, as well as our larger CSA size this year. And then the third part is community. I mean, when you really walk around this farm and you see it's much more than a place where people are just growing produce for themselves to take home, but it's actually a place where people spend time. They build beautiful platforms, they have lunch, and often will spend the entire day out here with their families. Based on getting to know a lot of the farmers and interviews with the farmers, that this space is comfortable for people, they feel safe, it's familiar, it reminds them of home. They're growing and saving seeds, they're exchanging words with their neighbors and friends, finding out about job availability, finding out about what's going on in their community. And so I think about it a lot as a park and like a place where people feel comfortable and come together, because they also say they love being outside, they love using their bodies in this way, and while it's really hard work, because most of the farmers are working full-time. Most of the farmers work the night shift at UNC and housekeeping and dining. They're still coming to the farm every day, and most of the time working here every day. This morning my truck is filled with vegetables that are going to a local food pantry that provides food for refugee families in need, and this is very exciting. This is a part of a program called Share a Share. So community members have the opportunity to donate money to our organization, and in turn we use that money to buy traditional produce like roselle leaf, pumpkin vine, pennywort, holy basil, water spinach, all of these amazing traditional foods that people are growing here at the farm. We use that money to buy directly from the farmers, and then in turn we donate that produce to a local food pantry, so we're able to provide a lot of traditional vegetables to refugee families who need it, because they know how to cook these vegetables, they're delicious, and this is the first day that we're gonna do this. So we're really excited that people are gonna be going home with beautiful bunches of roselle and pumpkin vine and pennywort. I think it's gonna be a big surprise to a lot of the families.